Good morning, dear students. After some days, I am here again and expecting you are well by the grace of the Almighty, and also expecting that you are passing your days with your esteemed work and you are busy with your daily routine. Dear students, I am also expecting that within a few days, we will be able to meet you soon. And dear students, today I would like to focus on Unit 9, Lesson 1. That is very important, and the topic which I want to discuss that was really unknown to the world before a few years back. The topic is from Unit 9, Lesson 1, Diaspora. The word was completely unknown to the people of the world, diaspora, and this word is used just before some years, and this word will be clear to you when we will go through the text. At first I would like to make you clear about the word diaspora. What do you mean by diaspora? And right now you are watching a thing that is globally the word is used here. The picture. From this picture, I think you can recall something. You can just guess something from this picture. That means some people are waiting, some people are trying to move, or they are waiting for something. That means they are here. From this picture, you can also guess that this type of people don't have any shelter to live in, and these people are wandering, and these people are waiting for going somewhere. Through this picture, definitely you can just guess in this way that these people is waiting to settle down in other places because the people don't have any place to live in. Here, if you want to if you want to just get a clear conception about diaspora, we can define in this way. A diaspora is a large group of people with a similar heritage or homeland who have since moved out to places all over the world. That means just they are leaving their own land, they are just moving towards or just going to some places to live in around the world. The term diaspora comes from an ancient Greek word meaning to scatter about, and that's exactly what the people of a diaspora do. They scatter from their homeland to places across the globe, spraying their culture as they go. The Bible refers to the diaspora of Jews exiled from Israel by the Babylonians, but the word is now also used more generally to describe any large migration of refugees, language, or culture. That means just living on homeland and settling down to other places of the world indicates at first that they are called diaspora. That means this term refers to those people, indicates those people who just left their own homeland and just settled down in other places of the world. And for many reasons, there are many reasons behind this. Maybe they are forced, or maybe they want to just leave their own land according to their own will. And if you just think about the prehistoric period of the world, you can see it very easily that people actually settle down in a place by ensuring the security, different type of security, food security and their physical security, and definitely security from some wild animals. For many reasons, they just choose a place to settle down. When they were forced, maybe for war, maybe for natural ravages, for many reasons, they just leave their own land to settle in other places where they think that they are they are safer. So this is the first conception about diaspora. So at first I would like to recall you again. Diaspora is a term and indicates those people who have left their homeland and settled down in other places of the world. They are called diaspora. Here, my dear students, from the text, if we go through the text, from Unit 9, Lesson 1, you can see in this way the term diaspora is used to refer to people who have left their homelands and settled in other parts of the world, either because they are forced to do or because they want to live on their own. That means when people are forced to just leave their own homeland to settle on other parts, or for their own interest they leave, at the time we can indicate them, we can just call them their diaspora. The word is increasingly used for such people as a collective group or a community. That means it may be actually used for a collective group or a community. The world has seen many diasporas, but scholars have been studying this phenomena phenomenon with great interest only in recent decades. What does the word mean, decade? Decade means, actually, decades indicates 10 years. That means 10 years makes a decade. And just in recent decades, the scholars, the actual researchers are thinking about these things, and they are just thinking about these people. For that reason, after their thinking, after the research, they just explode the word diaspora for them. Among the great diasporas of history is that of the Jewish people who are forced to leave their lands in ancient times. It is really a historical, it has a historical background. Before many years, the Jewish people were forced to leave their lands, leave their own lands before many years, and after that, the same thing happens in many parts of the world. For that reason, this word, this scenario has been seen very widely, and for that reason, the scholars actually started thinking about this matter, and after that, they just used this term diaspora for these people. The movement of Aryans from Central Europe to Indian subcontinent thousands of years ago is also a node of the diaspora. This is really a node of the diaspora in the movement of Aryans from the Central Europe. Although the causes of this diaspora are unclear, why they left their land, why they left their homeland, and why they actually settled down in the Indian subcontinent. Actually, the reason is the reasons are completely unclear, but they are very noded the diaspora. And in 20th century history, the Palestinian diaspora has attracted a lot of attention and been a cause of concern for world leaders because of the plight of Palestinians. The history was really to some extent very pathetic, and the plight of those people, the sufferings of those people actually attracted the attention or made a concern to the people or to the world leaders from that time. There have been massive diasporas in Africa too over the centuries, either because of war or because of the ravages of nature. I told you before, my dear students, that actually, the people, it is the history, actually, the people always want to fulfill their demand by ensuring their safety and security, and for that reason, they always try to move from one place to another. But my dear students, if anybody just settled down in other parts of within a country, those people will not be regarded as diaspora. But from the history, it is clear that the people who always try to, who just try to settle down in other parts of the world, either because they were forced or of their own interest, of their own self, on their own will, that time you may regard them as diaspora. But it is really very shameful, or it is a matter of sorrows, that when the people are forced to leave their own land only because of war. That is really very pathetic. Nobody wants or nobody expects this situation. But sometimes some people just are bound to leave their homeland for natural ravages, because we always want a safer places to live in. But the chief reason, why this phenomenon of diaspora is attracting so much attention now is globalization. The term globalization is used widely right now, and if I ask you what is the prime reason or chief reason right now for spreading this diaspora, why? And for war or for natural ravages, it is not commonly seen right now, but the common thing is that globalization, this is the prime reason, prime concern. I think you have already informed, you have already known the term, or you are introduced with the word globalization. Globalization is outwardly, very utterly, it is very simple word, but actually it is very wide to understand. Globalization, mainly the aim of globalization is to spread trade and commerce all over the world by creating a borderless market. That means to spread trade and commerce all over the world. It is the motto of globalization, though the meaning, actually, if you want to make the meaning from word to word, you will get that globalization indicates the development of the globe or development of the world by how the development will take place, how. And the actually the pioneers of globalization, their motto was to spread trade and commerce all over the world. And there are some argument against this term globalization, whether the people who are the pioneers of globalization, the industrially developed countries, actually what was their motto? Their motto was to make benefit by spreading their trade and commerce, by taking cheap labor from the poorer countries, by exploiting these things. Actually, these common things are widely used. This is the motto of globalization. For that reason, the poorer countries are being exploited by the industrially developed countries in this way. Actually, forgetting the assurance of survival, the poorer countries people are trying to settle down to the developed industrially developed countries, and permanently they settle down. And this scenario is spreading nowadays widely. And for this reason, I should say right now that for increasing diaspora, the prime reason is globalization. I told you, my dear students, actually globalization and the spreading of trade and commerce are really closely interrelated. That means, and globalization actually all aspects of life are touched by globalization: sports, culture, custom, trade and commerce, economics, politics. All these things are mainly connected with globalization. That means globalization is not only confined to only trade and commerce, but globalization right now actually touched all the sectors of our life. Samira Islam just commented, wow, favorite unit. Yes, this is really favorite unit. And my dear students, you have 15 units, and all the units definitely have some distinct idea, and definitely you will get new information, and you will be able to verify yourself by reading all the lessons of your textbook. And I think it will be also or it will also make you informative. And definitely the text is decorated in this way. So the textbook is decorated in this way, and so for that reason you should go through all the passages of your textbook so that you can develop yourself in this context. That means reading skill. By developing reading skill, automatically you will be able to develop yourself in the field of writing skill. And I told you the last process, of course you have to focus on these 4 skills simultaneously, and reading skill, writing skill, speaking skill, and listening skill. Definitely you have to develop these 4 skills, because before just going through the practice from this passage, the passage is very short, very introductory passage. After finishing the passage, definitely we will go for practice. And before going through the practice, definitely I should inform you again one thing that is very important for your life. My dear students, in the last classes I always tell, time is very precious. You have to know how to evaluate time, how to utilize time, because by utilizing time, there are many great people in the world just born, like Aristotle, Einstein, Socrates, Plato. In this way, there are many people in the world just who have taken a great place in the world by using their time properly. So you have to know how to use your time. So using time is very important. Actually, time will remain same. You have to know how to use time. Time will remain same, and you have to know how to use time. And by using time properly, definitely you will get a good culmination of your life. So dear students, let me see the comment box, and there are many students I can see. There are many students, though I cannot see you physically, but I can feel the touch of your presence. There are many students present in the class. Wow, very good. I'm really impressed, my dear students. Mr. Bayezid, Shajib Ahmed, Anisha Tasneem, Al-Sadi, Rozana, Rayyan, Sam Saddam, Muhammad Saleh Al Mahdi, Apurbo Pramanik, Opu Ahmed, Pooja, Monisha, Khadijatul Jannat. Actually, by taking this short time, it will be very tough to announce all the students' name. Mehdi Hassan, Sanjida, প্রিয়া আর কে ঘোষ, সামিরা ইসলাম, তাসফিয়া তাবাসসুম, আশফিকা বিনতে আজিজ. Okay, a lot of students are present in this class. So thank you, dear students. You are attending the class. I think I should focus on the practice and the students try to prepare yourself for answering some questions from this passage. I will expect that you will just open your answer script to answer some questions. We just want to enter the practice world and try to be connected with the class. Though if we get the opportunity to attend the class physically, it will be more beneficial for us to communicate with ourselves more fruitfully. But I think if you are serious, though I am not in front of you, I think you will be able to make you alert and active. So dear students, try to be active. We just want to practice from this passage. Now we would like to go through some practice and try to open your answer script and try to answer the questions. Then we will check it out. So at first we will go through from the MCQ and you will choose the best one. Just definitely I told you the last classes you have to find out the contextual meaning. That means after reading any passage, definitely you have to find out the contextual meaning, because we will check out that there may be some synonymous words also, but you have to choose the best one which is closely connected with the context. What does diaspora means? Sorry, what does diaspora mean? There is a mistake here. What does diaspora mean? There are two options here: living in one country, travel, study leave, migration. Try to answer the questions in your answer script. After finishing 5 questions, we will check it out. So just try to write down the answer on your script. What does diaspora mean? Number A, living in one country, travel, study leave, migration. Okay, and the next one, hurry up. What does community mean in the passage? What does community mean in the passage? All the people of a state. All the people of a state. Number B, man. Number C, a group of people. And number D, a few number of farmer. Again, what does community mean in the passage? All the people of a state, man, a group of people, a few number of farmer. Just write down the correct one. Write down the correct one. Number 3, what is the meaning of the word decade in the passage? What does the meaning of the word decade in the passage? Number A, 50 years. Number B, 20 years. Number C, 5 years. Number D, 10 years. Number D, 10 years. What do you mean by decade? How many years make a decade? 50 years, 20 years, 5 years or 10 years? Which should be the correct one? Number 4, what is the meaning of the word plight means in the passage? What is the meaning of the word plight means in the passage? Plight. What do you mean by plight? Number A, vision. Number B, debate. Number C, difficult situation. Number D, easy to say. Vision, debate, difficult situation, easy to say. So write down the answer in your answer script, and you will just put down your answer on the comment box by writing the answer in full. Don't write down A, B, C, D this way. Don't write down A, B, C, D this way. Try to write down the answer in full. Okay? Those who will, no. Don't answer in this way. Arnob, Mr. Arnob, don't write down, or Priyanka, don't write down in this way, A, B, C, D. No. Try to write down the answer in full. Okay? And the last one, 5. What does massive mean in the passage? What does massive mean in the passage? What do you mean by massive? Little, huge, tiny, or small. Little, huge, tiny, or small. Which one should be the right answer? Which one should be the right one answer? Okay? Let me check it out. Opo Ahmed, 10 years. Yes, right answer. Decade means 10 years. Yes. Rehana Hughes, correct answer. Tasfia Hughes, correct. Al-Sadi, correct. Difficult situation, Abu Mahmoud, yes, correct. Rafat. Actually, I just want to get the answer like this. Rosanna, yes, your answer is written here properly. Rosanna, you have written down the answer, excellent. And you have actually written down the answer clearly. You have answered in this way. Question number A, the migration, yes, right. 2, a group of people, yes, right. Number D, 10 years, right. Number C, difficult situation, right. Number D, use, right. Very good, thank you. Your writing manner is excellent. Actually, I am expecting these things from all the students. That means you will answer this in this way so that I can get the answers clearly. Okay, so dear students, your participation just impressed me very much. Your participation impressed me very much, and I'm sorry to recall all the students' name of the students. I cannot mention all the students' name. I'm sorry because the time is limited, and actually it is really tough to mention all the students' name through online or through virtual method. Lamia or Arabi Queen, Janatara Shormi, you actually I'm expecting the answer in full, but you have written down only answer A, D. Okay, thank you, dear students. Actually, all of you have answered correctly. All of your answer are correct, and thank you from my side. Okay, next question. Dear students, answer the following questions, and actually, I expect that within a very short time we will be able to meet you together. Within very short time we will meet you together, and when we will meet, we will be able to meet physically. I will check the answers and write down. It is really tough for you to submit the answers from these questions, but I think just write down the questions. Write down the questions on your answer script. Write down the questions and prepare your answer, and later definitely we will be able to check all the answers from your answer script. So write down the answer on your answer script. Write down the questions. Write down the question. You need not to answer the questions right now. You need not to write down the questions answer now. You will just write down the answer later. Number A, what is a diaspora? What is a diaspora? Number B, why might a group of people want to leave their country involuntarily? Number C, why do you think scholars have become interested in the study of diasporas? Number D, what are some major diasporas of the past? And number E, what do you mean by globalization? What do you mean by globalizations? I'm expecting these answers from you, and definitely will be able to check all the answers out after some days, inshallah. And try to write down the questions on your answer script, and definitely we will be able to actually find out whether the answers are correct or not. But let me say something before answering the questions. So dear students, try to write down all the questions on your answer script and do it quickly. And dear students, you will get 2 marks for each question, and don't think that you have to write down half or 1 page. No, actually you will answer the questions by writing only 2 or 3 sentences, not more than that. If the questions just expect explanation from you, you will explain, and your explanation should not be elaborated. Don't try to answer the questions elaborately. Try to actually limit your answer within 2 or 3 sentences, not more than that. And before answering the questions, of course, you have to think about the tense, which actually is focused on the question. So, dear students, try to write down the questions on your kata as early as possible, because we will change the slide. What is diaspora? Why might a group of people want to leave their country involuntarily? And number C, why do you think scholars have become interested in the study of diasporas? Number D, what are some major diasporas of the past? And number E, what do you mean by globalization? Okay, Okay, please write it down quickly. Rahat Ahmed actually comment screenshot. Yes, you can take a screenshot. You can take a screenshot also. Okay, dear students, let me go forward and then try to answer the questions which I am giving right now. Yes, fill in the blanks by using suitable words. Your answer, all the students will of the answer will not maybe same, because actually you can use synonymous words. You can use synonymous word. Try to read it out and try to answer the questions from your answer script. And I think it is clearly seen on your screen. Try to use the appropriate word just answering this fill in the blanks. You will get 10 marks. You will get 10 marks for each question, for each blank. You will get 1 mark, and I think you will be able to write down the most suitable word in this blank. So try to answer the questions as early as possible. Let me read it out. The diaspora of the Jewish people who are forced to dash their lands in ancient times is one of the oldest example for diaspora for dash reasons. So dear students, don't write down the answers or put in the comment box like A, then you will write down again B. Try to answer the questions at the same time so that I can watch the I can see your answer clearly. The movement of Aryans from Central Europe to the Indian subcontinent dash of many years ago is also a mentionable diaspora, although the causes of this diaspora dash not very clear. In that century history, the Palestinian diaspora attracted a lot of attention and been a cause of concern for dash leaders because of the dash of Palestinians. There have been massive diasporas in Africa too over the centuries, either because of dash or because of dash of nature. But the chief reason why the phenomenon of diaspora is attracting so much attention now is dash. So dear students, try to answer the questions and try to use the correct word as early as possible. Dear students, I am asking you again to write down all the answer at a time. Don't write down or comment in comment box like A, then after sometimes you will answer B. Not in this way. Try to answer all the questions at the same time. So yes. Yes, Jyoti. Number A, leave. Number B, Sam. Yes, correct. And then number C, thousands. Rafat Ahmed, correct. Joita Sen, number D is no, this should be R, because Joita just try to find out the subject, the causes of this diaspora. Here the subject is just made of group of words. The first one, the head one, is the causes. The subject should be treated as causes. For that reason your answer should be R. And then what is next? Answer E. Try to write down the answer of this question E. E, 12th. Really, that one? 12th. Reshma, are you sure? It should be 12. Just try to see the passes. 12 or 20. Number G plight. Yes, number G plight. Rafat, your answer is correct. I'm expecting the answer. Question number E. In which century history the Palestinian diaspora attracted a lot of attention? 12th century. Are you sure? So try to just try to get the answer from the passage. Salahuddin Ahmed, 20th century. Yes, right. 20th century. Number H. Mustari Alam Shanto. Sifat, yes, correct. Shanto just written down the answer of the question I. Raviz, yes, I. Because of the dash or because of the Raviz. Yes, I answer correct. Raviz. What should be for number H? Number H. Try to write down the answer of the question H. Fahmidar Sharmin just wrote for Montasir Alam Shanto also wrote down the answer for question number G. Globalization. Yes, globalization is correct. Kamnunesa Kanta. Your writing manner is excellent. You have written down all the answers and just put it down at the same time, so it is very easy to read it out. Maliha Azad, yes, you have arranged all the answers very in proper manner, and let me read out your answer, Maliha. Leave, number A, leave, number B, some, number C, thousands, number D, R, number E, 20th, number F, world, number G, plight, number H, war, number I, ravage, and the last one, number J, globalization. Yes, Maliha, your answers are correct. Thank you very much. Habiba, you have also written down the answer correctly. Rafat Ahmed, yes, correct. Tanjila, correct. Fahmida Imam, yes, your answers are always also correct. Shifat Shaznin, yes, correct. Priyanka Rani, your answer is correct. So, dear students, already you have finished all the questions answers, and almost all of you have done well. Almost all of you have done well. If you want to ask me any question from this passage or from about anything, you can ask me some questions. See, I will give you some time before finishing the class. So, if you would like to ask any questions, okay, the answer is finished. Your answers are correct, and dear students, thank you very much from my side, because all of you were very attentive to the class and all of you answered very correctly. So, thank you very much, my dear students. If you ask any questions from this class, if you want to know anything from me, please write down in the comment box. Let me check it out. If you want to ask anything, dear students, I told you before that actually I am missing your presence. I am missing the lovely faces of my students, of my sons and daughters. I failed to see you. I failed to actually meet you. Inshallah, within a very short time, we'll get the opportunity. We'll get the opportunity. If you would like to ask any questions, you can write down in your comment box. In your comment box. Rafat Ahmed, sir, when our class start? Actually, we are expecting very soon, but we are not sure. We are not sure, but we are expecting. Rafat, just wait, my dear son. Just wait. Zoita Sen, thank you, sir. Yes, welcome, dear students, welcome. Tashfia Tabassum just asked, from when diaspora began? It is really unknown. I think it is not clearly written in any historical evidence, but I think it's my opinion from the time immemorial. That means when the people started their journey on the earth, from that time diaspora started. From that time, diaspora started. Ashfika bint Aziz, sir has not read out our name. Sorry, my daughter. Actually, I failed to mention all the students' name. I am sorry, my dear students. Actually, it is really tough to see all the names in the comment box and read it out at the same time. Don't get hurt. Yes, I am mentioning your name again and again. Ashfika bint Aziz. Okay, are you happy? Kamrun Nahar Kanta, we are also missing you, sir. Inshallah, we will get the opportunity within a short time. Rehna, thank you so much, sir, for this wonderful class. Okay, thank you, my dear student. Welcome. You're welcome. Do you want to anything else? Do you want to know anything else? Jannatara Shurmi, Humaira Kabir. Yes, I am trying to mention your name. So, dear students, we would like to finish our class today. Sadia Afrin Jia. Yes, we got your roll number. So, dear students, I am actually Aroni Jannat Joy. Thank you, sir. Okay, welcome. Welcome, my dear students. Tashfiya Tawassum. So, dear students, don't get hurt. I failed to mention all the students' name, but inshallah, we will meet you soon and definitely will pass the pleasant time and we will explore the world. We will explore the world. We will explore ourselves. Opu Muhammad, thank you, my boy. And we will explore the world. We will find out. We will discover many things, and definitely we will be able to reach a good culmination of our life, and we will fulfill our dream. Dear students, so let me finish today, and expecting you will pass your time. And I am repeating the same thing again, that by using your time properly, definitely you will get a good culmination of your life. Just look around the world. Just look around the world. There are many people in the world, 700 or 800 crore people of the world, but some people actually are becoming renowned or famous for the time for Vibha. Why? Because actually they knew it very well how to use their time. You have to know how to use your time. How long will you survive in the world? That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. The fact is that how you will use your time, that is important. That is important. So, Zoita, don't think about exam right now. Try to be serious on your exam, on your study, and inshallah everything will happen very soon, I think. So, dear students, try to use your time properly and try to ask questions. Actually, how will you make yourself explorer in the world? How will you get a good position in the world? Everything depends on your question. Try to ask questions and try to find out the answer. Try to find out the answer. If you just make yourself hankering after making questions, definitely I think you will get the answers, and your heart will be thirsty always, and you will be satisfied. You will be satisfied when you get your answer, and you will try to explore the new world, new things. So, dear students, thank you very much. Stay fine, stay safe, and stay home. Allah Hafiz.